Talk Live.
Hi, everybody. So good to see you today as we march right into Hump Day, Wednesday, August the 19th.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. August 19th.
Yeah.
It's my BFF's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to your BFF.
Hi, Annie. Happy birthday. Yay.
That's nice. You gonna do something with her?
Probably not tonight.
Maybe on the weekend?
Yeah, because you know us. We have to go to bed at 6:30. So. Ooh, party animals.
Yeah, really. I know. You know, I was just remarking that it was just so cold. Do you feel like it's cold in the building today?
Yes.
Extra cold?
Yes.
Why is that? It can be like 100 degrees outside, but in here, we need sweaters on.
Yeah, you need sweaters. My piggies get cold.
I know.
You need like the little fluffy socks.
Is it that men are more comfortable in the cold?
That's what they said. Remember that study? They said men are more comfortable
I
than
know.
women.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah.
We can never all be comfortable, right?
Right.
I've had my little heater going underneath my desk
Desk?
all day long, blasting out the heat. So, yeah, that keeps me comfortable enough.
Well.
But anyway, well, this will do for now.
For now.
Yeah.
Right. All right, well, coming up on the show today, if you're working overtime and you're answering phone calls during dinner, well, it could be you're having difficulty separating work with family time. In just a few moments, we'll teach you how to have a better work-life balance.
We all could use a few
some help
tips
with
in that department.
Yes.
And not only can adults get stressed with work, but you know, your kids, they have a lot of anxiety, especially right now going back to school. So a little later in the show, we're going to help your student chill out.
Plus, if you didn't capture all of your vacation's best moments, do not worry. A National Geographic photographer will be here to share tips on how to be a great photographer. And you don't want to miss getting this training before your next getaway.
Oh, I like that.
I always have trouble, like, is the sun right? Like, they always say you need the light shining on you, but then I'm like squinting.
I know.
So
It's so true.
then I get like, you know, the picture and I'm like this.
Yeah, yeah. But we are going to have one of the expert photographers with us today. I mean,
Okay.
nationally award-winning National Geographic
Good.
photographer. So she'll give us some tips.
Oh, man.
We'll be
Okay.
listening.
I wonder if a selfie stick is included. I'm just
You
curious.
know, nowadays you have to, right? You got to
Yes.
talk about the technology that everybody's using.
So let's see what happens. All right, well, turning now to entertainment news, and you won't believe who's busted. Comedian Mike Epps asked a woman on Twitter to chat privately.
Yeah, but apparently he didn't remember his wife was following him on Twitter. She saw the whole thing. So what did she do? She put the two on blast so everybody could see this back and forth between them. Oops. Oops.
So wait a minute, she's following him on Twitter, but if he asked to speak privately, wouldn't that have been his direct messages?
Yeah,
So does
that's a
she
good
have
point.
access to his Twitter account?
I do not know. Good point there. But maybe it's just the beginning part of like, hey, meet me in the chat room that she kind of put
Well,
out there.
if he did that, then that's an obvious red, in my opinion, it's an
I
obvious
think
red flag.
so. So he ended up blocking the woman from his profile after he found out that his wife found out.
Okay. Oh, dear.
So, yeah. And then everybody on the Twitter spheres, they were entertained by this whole back and forth, dust
and
up.
what's
So,
going
yeah,
up.
it kind of went everywhere after that, yeah. Ouch, but he's not the first person to get caught, right?
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, but why do you do those things on social media? I mean, why do you do those things at all? But again, on social media, I mean, it's like the cloud. Once it goes to the cloud, no one understands the cloud. It's there for life.
It's gone. It's poof. It's out there. That's right. I know.
I
People
mean,
never learn,
They
right?
never learn.
All right. Well, speaking of social media, singer Josh Groban stopped by Jimmy Kimmel. He was singing some of Donald Trump's best zingers on Twitter.
Oh, wow. And while the Republican frontrunner now uses Twitter to score political points or attack a fellow candidate, that wasn't always the case. So take a listen.
I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you can make anything sound interesting, though.
Well.
All right, the last time Groban sang tweets was for Kanye West. That was back in 2011. So you're keeping score there. All right, that's funny stuff.
That is, absolutely.
All right, on to air travel now, and it's with a new Star Wars kind of style. All Nippon Airways, which is Japan's largest airline, has just announced plans to decorate 2 more of its planes with Star Wars characters. So this move that is aimed at building a little bit of buzz for the new Star Wars movie, which is called The Force Awakens.
I like that. The theme jets will also offer all 6 Star Wars films on their in-flight entertainment menu. Yes. Characters will also grace headrest covers, paper napkins, and cups. Star Wars.
Well, they're going all out, aren't they?
Star Wars The Force Awakens is set to fly into theaters in December. Wow. Chewbacca, R2-D2,
Yeah.
CP3O.
Yeah. I mean, it must be a long flight if they're going to play all 6 of those movies, right?
Well, yeah, it would be a long flight. I don't know if I can stay awake for all of that.
You know, Jackie Jarris earlier was saying that she said what would be really fun is if they had little R2-D2s coming down the aisle serving you drinks or something. That would be cute.
Yeah, that would be
Love
cute.
that.
And they would fit, too, right in the aisle.
Yeah, which wouldn't it? You could squeeze by, too. All right, there is some good news today to report for Rosie O'Donnell because the actress and TV personality says that her 17-year-old daughter has been found safe and sound. She wrote on her website Tuesday morning that Chelsea was last seen August 11th, and police had been looking for her since Sunday.
O'Donnell's publicist says Chelsea ran away from her home in Nyack, New York with her 6-month-old therapy dog. O'Donnell says her daughter has a mental illness and that she stopped taking her medicine. Apparently, she turned up at a beach house and where is this?
I think Barnegat. Like Barnegat Light. Yeah,
Barnegat?
right?
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah.
That's
got to be so scary. I mean, it's scary if, you know, if one of your children runs away or something, but also to have the mental illness and you're not taking your medication and you don't know what could happen if you're not taking your medication.
I'm sure she was frantic that she went to police, you know, but you had to go to police to get some action on this. And
well, hopefully the therapy dog was able to help her during that time away.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah, she didn't really mention what kind of mental illness, what it was all about, but she obviously needed medications for whatever it was. So. Not good to be without your medication.
That's
what a
scary.
rough week for Rosie. I mean, she has that, and then remember, like a week ago, she was the butt of Donald Trump's
jokes,
rage during the debate.
I think she just brushes off the Donald, doesn't care.
Yeah, not an easy week to be Rosie O'Donnell.
Right. All right. Well, with families beginning to prepare for back to school this time of year, well, it can seem like a whirlwind between work, school, and after-school activities. There's never enough time in the day.
No, there sure isn't. No. So here today with how we can create a better work-life balance is Marjorie Levine-Schur. She's the author of The Noticer's Guide to Living and Laughing, Change Your Life Without Changing Your Routine. So we want to welcome Marjorie. Hello there. Good to see you, Marjorie.
You have to tell us how to do it, girl.
I've got some ideas for you.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, so you've been working with work-life issues for many years now. And what kinds of things have you learned?
I have been working with employers and employees for decades now, and I think I can distill it down to 3 things: zippers, broccoli, and human idiosyncrasies.
What?
Human what?
What are you talking about? You got to explain that.
Yes.
So when we talk about work-life balance, I think we have the accent on the wrong syllable. Okay, we're talking about balance, which is important, but we're not paying enough attention to life. We have only one life, and we're hustling and bustling our way through it, usually spending our days checking off lists and calendar items.
Yes.
And we need to. I mean, that's our lifestyle. We can't really change it, but what we can do is shift our mind just a little bit so that we notice what we see. I call noticing mindfulness with a smile.
Okay.
And that's what I'm suggesting. It comes down to these zippers, broccoli, and human idiosyncrasies.
What is the zipper? What is the zipper?
What is zipper?
Is
Yeah.
a zipper a metaphor for something?
It is. So a zipper, I love zippers. Zip, zip. Fun, huh? And simple, and it works. There are simple things that work in the workplace and at home. We just need to notice them, because if we notice them, we can replicate them. For example, at work, a template, if you're in an office, a template for a report is a zipper. And there's zippers all around. At home, maybe the kids can have a routine where they get their backpacks ready the night before and put them at the front door. That's a zipper.
Yeah.
So find your
need a zipper.
zippers. Find your zippers.
Yeah.
For like 3:30 in the morning?
For like, 3:30 in the morning, because I don't care how early I get up, I'm still running around like the last 10 minutes. Where is everything? You know, and the dog's even like, go to work already.
Yeah. We've all been there. We all do that. But we've got to find our zippers.
And we all run around from point A to point B. It's like you feel like your day is all, you know, down to the minute. It's scheduled.
Yes.
And I don't know how superstars do that, especially when they're out promoting movies and books or whatever it is that they're doing, because they go from one place to another.
Yeah,
I think that, you know, a lot of them don't take enough time to decompress, and then they end up burning out. But I mean, that's important too, to take some time for yourself.
It is.
Along
Take
the way.
some time for yourself, but to open your eyes and notice. So broccoli. Broccoli is a beautiful vegetable that's repeating pattern. A broccoli is made up of smaller broccolis and even smaller pieces of broccoli, right?
Yeah.
It's repeating patterns, and they are throughout nature. And they're also in the way we work, in the way we do our tasks at home, and the way people behave. So if we notice the broccoli, we can decide to replicate that pattern or disrupt it. For example, one thing that disrupts work-life balance is if you start the day badly. Kids are dawdling in the morning, distracted, don't get ready. Parents are getting anxious, angry. The day starts off badly. There's a broccoli.
Yeah.
Okay, that broccoli needs to be disrupted. So you could have a family conversation in the evening and use the term broccoli. Everybody will laugh and say, can we change this broccoli to a better one, a greener one, a fresher one?
Right.
So it's another way to notice the patterns.
And when the pattern gets disrupted, it just seems to snowball, doesn't it?
Yes.
And you
It
get
does.
later and later and
It
later.
does. It does.
The day
It
doesn't
does.
get any better after that.
No, it's tough.
Yeah.
So we need to notice these things. And then human idiosyncrasies, I think, are the endearingly dumb things we all do. So, for example, at work, you might have somebody who you know, needs a formal invitation for a 1-minute question, and somebody else who has an open door policy and come in and talk anytime. So that's a kind of a human idiosyncrasy. I think that it's important to notice them in ourselves and laugh at ourselves. I believe laughing at ourselves builds up the fuel to be kinder to other people, and it's really key. So you can discuss this with your family, laugh at your own human idiosyncrasies, and have a really good time.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah, it would. And if you come from a family that's used to laughing, it kind of happens organically, doesn't it?
It does, it does. Or start it at least and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But do you think sometimes that when you have something like that, whether you realize like I like to laugh and have a good time, but then, you know, you realize that you're on this tight schedule, and because I give off that vibe, hey, I'm having a good time, that everybody wants to come and have a good time, which is wonderful. But I'm on a schedule, I gotta go.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to keep your schedule, but you know, you can do two things at once. You're driving your kids to school. You can notice things on the road along the way, and talk with the kids about it. So rather than have them plugged into their earphones or whatever.
All right, well, you've written a book about all this.
Yes.
I have.
And here it is. It's the Noticer's Guide to Living and Laughing, and you can actually change your life if you adhere to some of these routines, right?
Change your life without changing your routine, because we can't just, you know, go off to a mountain and meditate. We need to do it while we're doing everything else, and it's just a mind shift. Just notice all the wonderful things in life and smile as much as you can.
All right, take the time to do that. Marjorie Levine-Scher, thanks so much for stopping by. Good stuff there,
you.
Marjorie.
Thank you. All right, well, still ahead on Let's Talk Live. Anxiety in children intensifies this time of year because, well, they're heading back to school. But after the break, we'll tell you how you can help your child stress less this school year.
I like that. And make sure you follow us on Twitter. We live tweet during the show, and we post behind-the-scenes photos. We'll be right back. Well, this morning we're focusing on kids and stress. A recent survey shows children's anxiety has increased over the past 5 decades, and this is the worst time of the year for kids for stress because they're headed back to school.
Yeah, it always bothered me. ABC's Mara Shahab Campo has the story.
Headaches, stomach aches, even trips to the emergency room. These are some of the symptoms of stress exhibited by kids as young as age 5.
Stress and anxiety is one of the biggest struggles that our children and youth are facing.
Michelle Cambolis is the author of Generation Stressed. She says she's seen a steady uptick in the number of stressed out kids, the stress often peaking when kids head back to school.
The anticipation and not knowing what to expect, all of that anticipatory anxiety can really be upsetting to them.
According to a study conducted over the course of 5 years by Nationwide Children's Hospital, kids' trips to the emergency rooms for complaints regarding headaches jumped 31% in the fall.
Mr. Rudy?
7-year-old Hannah Faustus of Arlington, Texas, knows all about school-related stress.
I get headaches. I get the tinky feeling that I'm gonna throw up.
Hannah's mom, Carrie, says the stress became more pronounced a few days before school started this year.
The routine and the schedule and going back and the transition, that does produce some anxiety.
While every kid is different, experts recommend trying these tips. Encourage your kids to put down the iPad and get up and exercise. Use active listening, stay empathetic, and repeat what your child says to ensure you understand them correctly. And create a worry wall in your home where kids can add their worries on Post-it notes to avoid internalizing their stress.
What really seems to help the most is just talking to her, reassuring her that we're here for her, we love her, no matter what happens.
When I get worried, I talk to my mom.
Aw, it is so nice to have that family support. When she gets worried, she talks to her mom. I think that's very cute.
I still do.
Yeah, of
Doesn't
course.
your daughter still call you?
Sure she does,
You
yeah.
guys just had a great mommy-daughter weekend.
I know. It was a great bonding experience.
You're never too old to need your mommy.
That's right. But I think it's also really important to realize that sometimes kids cannot express that they're feeling stressed. And, you know, we as parents sort of need to be clued in to how they're feeling and give them some avenues to sort of get that out. Yeah.
And it's hard too because, you know, so many times, like, you know, having a big brother, it's like, oh, grow up, you know, and it's like, no, this really bothers me. So,
And they don't understand.
yeah.
Come on.
That's true.
But we got through it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're going to have more Let's Talk Live coming up right after this quick break. Hope you'll stay with us.
morning, we're taking a trip inside of a local jazz lounge that is getting praised as the area's best go-to spot for live jazz music. Oh, yeah. Not only are the tunes great, but so are their food and drink offerings. Here with more about the Serendipity Jazz Coffee House is their owner, Jesse Brown, and their mixologist, Simeon Brown. Hey, welcome, guys.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Excellent.
What are you making here? I know we're talking jazz music, the band's warming up, but I'm seeing all the good foods here, the good eats. What goes with jazz music?
Well, right here we have the zucchini bites. So this is a little dish that I made up. Something light,
thing?
yeah, nice and healthy. It's a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of zucchini,
A little bit of
lightly
olive?
battered. Yes. It goes with some basil pesto and sweet chili sauce.
So do you pour that on top, or you mix it in?
These go right on top of there.
Okay. And this is a delicious treat at Serendipity?
Oh, absolutely. This is actually one of the favorites.
Okay. So tell me, how did you pick the name Serendipity?
Well, it was kind of serendipitous the way things came together there.
Was it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Everything that I had intended on doing came out a different way, but I liked it, so.
Right. So serendipity is how it began.
Yes.
Okay. And what about jazz? Why do you think jazz is like hot? I mean, I don't think it ever sizzled, but it's like, it's really hot now. We've had a couple of jazz artists come on our show here at Let's Talk Live. We've got the band here today, but jazz is really just kind of taken over. It's like the go-to. If you want to go out on a date, you just want to go out and listen to some good music, have a good time, relax, you go to a jazz club.
Yeah, yeah, and it's more relaxing, and with the day's stresses in the world, we need an outlet, something that's not so revved up, so.
Yeah.
It's just jazz. That's what I do when I want to relax, so. Since I have to be there all the time, most of the time,
Right.
might as well have what
It's
I
really
like
not a
to
bad
listen.
place to be, though, if you think about it.
Yes.
It's got a cool name, Serendipity, a cool vibe. So we've got the little zucchini treats with our little basil and pesto going on here. What are you serving up?
Okay, so there's also some drinks going on here.
Okay.
The first of which is the Serendipity 75. So it's a little bit of Prosecco,
Okay.
a little bit of our house-infused hibiscus and blueberry gin.
Ooh.
And then I also make a hibiscus, blueberry, and blackberry syrup to go with this.
Wow. And of course the cigar.
Of course the cigar. Of course the cigar. The second is the Brooklyn Heartbeat. So
Okay.
I make a beet-infused vodka.
A
right?
beet-infused
Yes,
vodka.
beet-infused vodka.
Okay.
And so there's a little bit of natural green apples, some fresh ginger syrup, and then of course you have to have the fresh lime juice.
The fresh lime juice.
Fresh lime juice, all of it goes really well together. When I put it together for you, it's going to be amazing.
It'll be amazing. Okay. Now, do you see a lot of people coming in like for date night, or do you see people just coming, like you were saying, just coming in, relaxing, having a good time, or both?
Yes, yes. A lot of what people say when they come is, this is very relaxing. I love it. It's just relaxing.
Yeah. So
Yes.
tell me, explain the ambience of the place. I've never been. So if I was to say to you, explain to me what Serendipity is, what would you say?
Serendipity is kind of loungy. It's
Low
just-
lights?
Well, the lights are brighter during the day
Okay.
because it's a coffee house by day, jazz, and lounge by evening. So
Lounge by evening.
just all day long. It's just a place to come, sit, and just relax,
Relax.
study.
And what do people typically, I know we have, like I said, the good food, the good drinks that we're mixing up right now. What do people order when they come to Serendipity? What would you suggest?
Well, when people come to Serendipity, they like, one, the zucchini bites. They like our catfish nuggets.
Catfish nuggets? Why don't you bring us some catfish nuggets?
Yeah,
Bring us some
and
catfish in
then,
here.
one of the other favorites is spicy mussels.
Ooh.
So, yes, yes.
But along with that, a lot of people come in for the coffee. Like first thing in the morning, actually my dad makes some of the best coffee in the world, so.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
you're
that's
bringing
where I get
coffee.
the
We've been up
mixology
since
piece
2:30 this morning. Where's the coffee?
Yes, yes.
We'll just have to take the drink instead.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are we going to try? I'm sure we're trying something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So first, I'll let you try the Serendipity 75.
The
Throw a little bit of
Serendipity
fresh lime juice
75.
in there.
Okay. And
Absolutely.
why is it 75?
Because it's a kind of a play on the French 75, which is a champagne-based drink.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, you're not going to have me drink alone, are you?
No, it's never too early.
See? I'm telling you, we've been up
Cheers.
since 2 o'clock. Thank you. Cheers.
you
Let's
go.
try it. You took a little something. Better drink that. You made it. You know it's good. That
that's
is
really
good
good.
flavor. I
Yes.
like this.
Yes.
This is good. You could sit there and kind of loosen up and kind of and scat with the band. I like that. Okay, and then the next one, this is the beet infused.
Yes, this is the beet-infused vodka. I'm not going to let you taste the vodka by itself because it's still very much vodka. But
it'd be a whole different new show. It'd be a different show by the end of the show. Let me tell you, if you did that. That's cool. All right, let's try this. Let's see.
I'll have some as well.
Okay, good stuff. So what do you guys like most about working at Serendipity?
Well, just meeting the people, just seeing the smiles on people's faces when they come to relax in that environment. Yeah, there's a lot of times they say, wow, we just had to come. We heard so much about it.
So much about it.
And yes. And
that's the best kind of publicity is word of mouth. If people coming in and having a good time, why not come back?
Yes, yes. And your husband say, hey, I can bring my wife to this spot. So.
Or it's cool enough you could bring your guys and, you know, you got a cool cat you're hanging out with.
Exactly. It's just a nice hangout.
Yeah, a nice hangout. And where are you guys located?
We're on the corner of 12th and Kearney Street Northeast in Brookland.
In Brookland.
Yes, 3301 12th Street is the actual address. So
gotcha.
We're right in the heart of Brookland Catholic U area.
All right, we're going to have to stop by. Serendipity.
Yes.
This is good. I like the beets.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite. It's a healthy start. Too.
A healthy start, because it's got beets in it. I'm drinking my vegetables, Mama. Hey, stick with us, because coming up, we're still staying inside the halls of Serendipity, the Jazz Coffee House. We'll have a little treat for you coming up with the band. Stay with us. More with Let's Talk Live coming up after the break. This is good.
Did you take any great pictures while on vacation this summer? Well, even if those pictures didn't turn out so great, we've got some help today. Our next guest is here with a Photography 101. She's going to share her tips for how kids and adults can be great photographers. Annie Griffith is a National Geographic photographer and author of National Geographic Kids Guide to Photography. Welcome to Let's Talk Live, Annie. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
So why is it important, do you think, to teach our kids at a young age to be great photographers?
Well, the world is open to them right now because every kid has a camera of some sort or another. And so at an earlier and earlier age, they're developing this curiosity. And also, I really think they're being bombarded by amazing images, and they want to get in. They want to be a part of that and understand how to make their pictures better.
And it's all done on their cell phones.
Most of it, yeah. And the cell phone, cameras are terrific. They're really getting better and better.
I was going to ask you, I'm really surprised to hear you say that. I thought you were going to say you need to have, one of these. What do you have over here? What's your equipment?
Well, this is a professional camera. This is an SLR, which a lot of kids want to move up to at some point. And the biggest difference, I think, between what kids start out with and what professionals use is that more and more you want to take creative control. But in our book, we're really trying to teach kids how they can make their pictures better without spending a lot of money.
Okay, so even using their cell phone cameras?
Absolutely.
All right, so, I know you've done this for years and years, but tell us, in a simple way, how each one of us could really take a better picture. What are some of your tips? What's the first tip?
Well, the first tip is get closer. And our kids' generation have invented the selfie. And part of the reasons why selfies are so popular is because you see faces. Whereas years ago, the usual family picture was, included their shoes. And so that moving in, it's the eyes and the expression and the emotion that we really want to see.
Now, you have a zoom lens. So you can move in from a faraway position. With your cell phone camera, you can't, but afterward you can zoom in.
Actually,
then it gets a little blurry.
Usually now the smartphones, most of those cameras will zoom in and out, but a lot of it is about physically getting closer. If I'm going to take your picture, there's no reason for me to walk way over there and take your picture. So we're trying to help kids realize that they can be proactive about making their pictures better.
Okay. Now let's talk about sunlight.
Yeah.
Because we all know how it is when you're pointing at the sun and all you see is a silhouette of somebody. That's not where you want to be.
Well, the key is the word light. And in the book, we talk a lot about different kinds of light and how to use whatever light you have to make better pictures. But one of the easiest tips for anyone, and I believe a lot of kids are going to be sharing this book with their parents, is to not photograph people in bright sunlight. Nobody looks good in bright sunlight, and it makes them kind of mad and irritable and squinty, and they pull their hats down.
And it's harsh.
It's very harsh, and we all look better in the shade. So one of the easiest things to do is take that picture of your friends in the shade, and you'll like it a lot better.
That's a great tip.
So easy.
All right. Now, what about the composition of the shot?
Well, composition is it's the one element that all photographers have complete control over. It's basically what's going to be in that picture. What point of view am I going to take? So, for example, instead of shooting
what are we seeing here? We're seeing a foot on a soccer ball.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly.
But it's off-centered. Is this a good composition?
Yes.
Why?
Because in most compositions, you don't want the subject dead center. Now, sometimes you do, but usually not. It's more interesting to be down close to something and to see what's happening in the background than to be at the height where we see everything. A lot of composition has to do with your vision, your point of view, and what you leave out of that frame is just as important as what's in there. So I always tell kids, don't just shoot it and then say, well, I'll fix it in the computer later. Fix it in the camera. Get creative. Get active. It's a lot more fun, and you're going to like your results better.
I like that. Now, you just touched on another point, which is move around a bit.
Move around a lot. Yeah, if you see professional photographers, they're sweating. They're climbing, they're on their bellies, they work it from one angle and then they go to another angle, and they try things. It's a creative process, and I think that's maybe the most important message we want to give children. This is a chance for our kids to be creative with their phone, with their pictures, and it lights so many fires, especially in kids who are inherently visual. That kind of artistic approach appeals to them, and it'll open a world for them.
It sounds like there's hope for all of us, right? Adults as well as kids.
There is.
Now, you've written a new book all about photography and how to teach it, I guess, specifically to kids. So you kind of simplify everything for anybody to understand?
I think the neat thing about this guide to photography for kids is that National Geographic has a way of taking very complex subjects and making them accessible, and certainly for kids. What I love about the book is it's organized so that if a child is particularly interested maybe in light, they can flip to 2 pages that'll be all about light. Or maybe somebody else wants to do a sports story. They can flip to a part of the book, it'll be all about that topic. Somebody else may want to say, how do I take a better picture of my cat? They can flip to a part of the book that will talk about that. So for the technical kids, there's a lot of stuff, but for people who just want their pictures to be better, lots of nice information.
Good to know. And it's called the National Geographic Kids Guide to Photography. And Annie Griffiths did the pictures, and somebody else wrote it, right?
Well, I participated in kind of the whole works.
Okay, good. Well, check it out. And Annie, it's so nice to see you. And next time I want to talk about your amazing career as a National Geographic photographer, because I know you've been to some amazing places and seen some amazing things.
I'm really fortunate.
Come back and see us. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And we'll have more Let's Talk Live after a quick break. Stick around.
The first ever Chelsea Collective Women's Boutique has opened in Tyson's Corner. Here with more about the new retail store is one of their community brand ambassadors, Lauren Martinez. How are you, Lauren?
I'm doing well.
Every time I see you, you're in this like a cute, adorable outfit from your store, and I love it. So it's like a little tank top, you got the sports bra thing going on.
Yeah, it's really fun getting ready in the morning when it's so easy to wear these comfortable pieces, you know, that look great.
But it all matches and it all looks great. And of course, everything is at the store at Chelsea Boutique in Tyson's. So like the last time, I think it was your grand opening, the last time you were here.
Yes.
So how's business booming and what's going on there at the store?
It's been so exciting. I think today marks 2 weeks that we've been open. So lots of excitement. We've had so many visitors. It's been fun outfitting these women and just letting them learn about our services and all of our offerings in store.
So are people coming in, because you know, workout gear has changed since the 80s when Jane Fonda was doing it.
A little bit.
And now workout gear is fun. It doesn't have to be just something you wear to the gym. You can actually throw it on a Saturday, running the kids around to whatever they need to do, or you know, running your errands. So do you see people coming in just to buy comfortable clothes as well as workout gear?
It's been a combination of both. And women are really excited because, like you said, you know, these workout items you can take to the street. So not only can you work out in them, but can freshen up quickly and just hit the street and go to your next destination. So they've been really open and super excited about that.
Great. And you've got a lot of cool things here that I don't want to miss out on. So I have to start off with the bag. I don't know what you wanted to start. I want to start with the bag.
That's fine.
I love this bag.
It really is great. So today I brought some gym bag essentials. So you're looking at a bag from Lolé here, which is one of our emerging brands that we carry in store. And it actually doubles as a backpack. So last time I was here, I brought in a beautiful Lorna Jane backpack. So as you can see, it's still trending, ladies. So and it doubles as a bag too. So what I like to say is you can take it to the gym like this, throw it on, and then it's business as usual in the front.
I love that. You have like little side pockets here for the water bottle.
You know, it has so many different compartments.
Yeah.
I'm still learning about this bag too. It's amazing. I'm borderline obsessed with it.
Wow.
So right here, it actually has a compartment for your yoga mat. So you can slide it right through and carry it that way. Yes.
That big thing is going to fit in here?
It does, yeah. You can make it work. I mean, roll it a little bit better.
Right.
And yeah, you can push it through the
And
other
it'll fit
side
in.
there.
That's
Isn't
adorable.
that great? Yes.
Yes, I love this bag. And how much would this be?
So this runs around $140 right now.
That's pretty good, and it's very roomy because you can fit a laptop in here.
You
All
can.
kinds of compartments in here.
Yes.
Little, little extra zippers in here for makeup, earrings, that sort of thing. Your keys.
Exactly. You can carry
so
it all
this is very
in here.
roomy. I love this. Okay, and it's a great price.
It is.
Okay, so we got the water bottle.
Yeah, so this is Life Factory, which is another brand that we carry. It's a glass water bottle, but it also has this rubber sleeve on it too. So if you drop it, it's completely protected.
That's good.
And it's BPA free, so you can just throw it right in the pocket there. Yeah, and it's great for your protein shake too after your workouts as well.
Lauren, why do you feel people are going with a glass water bottle? Because it used to be everybody had the plastic bottle, but these are really becoming popular.
They really are. I mean, not only are they really stylish, they don't get moldy because they're made out of glass. They're easy to clean. Yeah, I mean, it is such a great buy. This will last forever, being with a protective rubber on it as well.
Gotcha. Okay, so what else do you have?
Yeah, so we also have some earbuds here. I mean, it's super important that you have your jams while you work out, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes, so these actually are a magnetic clip, so they don't get tangled in your bag. So you just separate them, put them on, and then hit the gym.
Bless you, girl. I spend like 15 minutes just untangling the earbuds before I ever get on the treadmill.
You gotta make the most of your time, right?
You do.
So yes, earbuds. So we do have these Hyvanas here, which are great for after the gym. Let your feet breathe, right?
Yes.
And also if you're using the gym, you do want to protect your feet as well. So these are great to have in your bag. Slide them right in and jump in the shower.
I love the Hyvanas. Okay, what else? Oh,
yes.
Treats here.
Oh, yes. We also have everything you need to freshen up after the gym. So I love this Evian spray here. It's a light mist, and it's more than just water, ladies. It's a cool down for you after your workout, and it also sets your makeup. So I have it on right now, too. So it gives you kind of that dewy look.
A dewy look, but without being oily.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then
then we brought dry shampoo, which is an essential for after the gym. You don't have time for a shower typically.
Right.
So you just spray it in your roots there and absorbs all of the oil, and it gives you a little bit of volume.
Okay, great. And quickly, what else do we have here? We have some makeup wipes.
Yes, makeup wipes, which are super important. You can use them on your body too. Natural deodorant, which is very important. You want to keep smelling good after the gym. And one of my favorites is the State of Emergency Kit. So as you can see, this is for Virginia.
Okay.
Check it out. It's great. You can throw it in your purse. I mean, it's got the essentials in it.
Oh, wow. A little bit of Motrin.
Yep. It has buttons in it.
Yes.
Everything you could possibly need. A breath mint.
Oh, yes. Massage on the go. I love that. And then quickly, before we go, you have to have this stylish little makeup bag to carry all of your treats in.
Exactly. So this bag is by Herschel. It's a great size. It fits everything nicely. Everything you see here will fit well inside.
And it all fits nicely into my new bag that I'm going to have.
Yes, exactly.
I love the bag. This is adorable. Okay, and of course the headband. Okay, so now, Chelsea Collection over in Tyson's. Where are you located?
Yes, so we are on the second floor. We are right next to Charlotte Russe, which is more towards the end by Barnes & Noble.
By Barnes & Noble. And the hours?
So we are open during the week from 10 to 9:30, and the weekends are 11 to about 9 o'clock.
Okay, and stylish clothing and good things too. I love this store.
Yeah, some really great in-store events too, ladies.
Yes,
so yeah, we have a lot of great happenings coming up. Please visit our website and follow our social media often. We're constantly adding events. We had our very first Sunday bar and breakfast last weekend, and it was a great hit. I mean, women were able to practice bar inside of our store, and they also snacked on some great brunch and had some private shopping before the mall opened. So
great. Okay, well, Lauren Martinez, please come back because you've got all kinds of goodies, and I know you have more in that store.
Lots to share.
Lots to share. All right, well, make sure you go see the fun and sporty activewear at the Chelsea Collective in Tyson's Corner or online at chelseacollective.com. Stick with us because we will have more of Let's Talk Live after the break, but you will not see this bag because it's going home with me.
Love it.
All right, welcome back, and as promised, I'm here with one of the bands that will be performing at the Serendipity Jazz Coffee House. They go by the name of the Greg Lamont Trio. Greg Lamont is on the keyboards, Tim Jones is on the bass, and of course, Manny Kellogg, okay, just got it, is on the drums. And I want to welcome you guys here. We were having some fun with you guys warming up just a few moments ago. Manny, you're actually playing the drums, but that's not a stick. What is that?
These are brushes.
Brushes? Yeah. Okay, brushes, got it. All right, so tell me, what about Serendipity brings you to that restaurant, brings you to that house to want to perform every night?
The people.
The people?
Yeah, and it's warm. It's a warm club. Yeah.
It's a warm club. You have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I asked you guys just before we came back from break, why are jazz musicians always the best dressed in the house? I mean, you guys always look smooth.
We're a little more professional than most people.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Because of the musicianship? Is that what it is?
Not everybody, but that's just the way that's the way we roll. Anyway.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
So why do you think jazz is such a big deal?
Well, it's always been a big deal. I mean, it's just...
it inspires a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you listen to. We basically do a lot of American songbook stuff. And we some straight ahead stuff, but we try to stay where everybody, you know, like, can understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the musicianship keeps people entertained and involved because they can actually hear what's being played.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
You know, it's not
it's live.
It's live.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah. And do you get a lot of feedback from the people when you're at Serendipity?
Oh, sure. That's what's so great about it.
Yeah.
The feedback.
The feedback.
Yes.
So is there a particular style of jazz that you like? Do you like some of the slower songs that are more romantic, or do you like some of the upbeat
like
tempos?
I said, we do more of the American songbook, you know, standards, and some of the pop. We integrate some pop stuff into our music too.
And how long have you guys been together as a trio?
Well, me and Tim's been together off and off about 30 years.
Okay.
Manny's just. He played with Manny, Billy Preston.
Wow.
He was his drummer till, you know, he passed, yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, I hope you'll play a song for us. I think you're going to. What's the name of the song?
We're going to do A-Train. Let's sing a little Duke Ellington, everybody knows.
A little, okay.
Sure, everybody should know.
Everybody should know.
Everybody should.
All right, the Greg Lamont Band, take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
before we go, he may have a chance at an on-air job here.
I hope not our jobs.
You never know.
Never know. But this young boy in Australia, he gave reporting a shot at a local fair. Check it out.
So have you won any rides yet? No. Well, how about we go on this one? But now we are entering stage show, Ali.
How cute is he?
Yeah.
Little 7-year-old Mater Vandeleur served as a guest reporter for Australia's Channel 7. And as you heard there, he reported on an annual agricultural show in Queensland.
Oh, my
Sounds like he
gosh.
was asking a little girl to go on the ride with him.
Yeah, it sounds that way. Obviously, he's not afraid to get dirty either. He's mingling with the goats and interviewing the animals and the caretakers. Oh, my goodness. That's adorable.
How cute is he?
Yeah.
And you know, the thing about him that's so great is he can like talk extemporaneously. He doesn't need notes. He just asks one question after the other, and he's definitely got the skills.
Yeah, when you're a talker, this is the business for you.
Watch out for Mater.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
All right, well, got to turn in again tomorrow at 11 for another great show because it's National Lemonade Day.
Love lemonade.
Yes.
That's perfect on a hot day, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So be sure to tune in for that, and you don't want to miss it. The
Yep.
noon news is coming right up after a quick break. Have a great day.
See ya.